Hi. This episode is a new piece. It's two pieces in actual fact, which do connect to the last piece that I've showed you to make the kicker plate. It won't always be like that, but in this instance on the car I'm working on, it needs this piece, so I thought I may as well show you that piece. The camera is on a tripod and I'm filming myself, so I will take the camera and show you the part that we're going to make, the two parts that we're going to make, and then we'll get started. But once again, before I do that, can I please urge everyone that finds this of any use to themselves, take pity on us and please click subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, it just helps the channel grow. It's how YouTube judges the channel. So if you can click, like, subscribe, comment, it helps us out immensely. We're not doing this for any profit. We're just trying to share a bit of knowledge that someone took the time out to show me. So with that, I will get the camera and I'll show you where it is and what it is that we're going to make in this episode. So this is the piece that is the side wall to the footwell. The car's upside down on the rotisserie. I'm going to show you how to make this piece, and then I have to make a patch panel that fits in here. So the panel itself underneath this under seal halfway across is good once it gets past this piece of rot here. So I'm going to make a panel that fits halfway down this bead, which goes right into this corner, and it has a flange which connects to the back side of this piece. And your kicker plate that you've already made or have watched being made, it sits here and will connect to this patch piece I'm going to make along this line here. So it sits here, comes down here, terminates here, and then we have a joggle joint that this patch panel, which is going to cover this much, and will repair all of this and basically make, here I go with the basicallys, I've got to stop saying basically, it will make this corner of the car like new. Hi, so what we're marking out here is another one of these which I showed you earlier on the car. I've took it off the car to show you the conjunction of this to the kicker plate piece that was in the previous videos. So I'm just going to cleco them together to let you see what the fit's like. And I would always suggest get yourself some clecos. A lot of people use pop rivets, but you have to drill them back out. A lot of people use self tappers. The good thing with the cleco is it goes in easily, it retracts easily, and it gets a really good hold when you're mocking up and trying things out. So I would honestly suggest that everybody uses them for that reason. As I say, once I get this together, I'll bring it to the camera. One of these days I'm going to have a cameraman, and that will make life easy. But this is just to show you, this is now that piece in its entirety, and this is the joint that you now have here, that seam, and this is your new footwell in the Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. So this is basically how that goes together. So I just thought to give you some kind of context, it would be nice to see it as it is. So that's that. The next, I'm going to show you how to make one of these panels, and this strip, a lot of Capris, Escorts, cars, just cars in general, they rod out here along this line. So the rest of here on the car I'm working on is pretty good. So what I've done is I've marked out this piece, and this piece is going to fit here. This is going to be a flange pointing up the way, and that basically will fix everything I need on that car. These pieces that I've drawn out are beads like this. They're slightly different shape. Ford in its wisdom decided that. So as I say, I'll get this put together and continue on marking out this piece, and then I'll show you how to form both of those, and that should repair the whole of a footwell for anyone in any make of car. But obviously this is going to be a lot more useful for people doing Capris, because everything is in the place that it should be. Beads are the same shape, angles are the same shape, but what I'm showing you can be quite easily used on any make, model of car. So now you can see we have this flange in place. The problem we have is we've lost some of the form that we had. We're not going to be able to put that back in with our hands. We'll have to use the kick stretcher to stretch this piece to get that. So I'm going to go to the kick stretcher and get this into shape and try it on the car a couple of times. So you can see there is a detail here with a bead and a detail here with a bead, and there's a separation in the bead here. The panel also recesses and curves back in to here. So I'll zoom out. And there's Archer's tail, you can see. So this is the panel that we've just made. And as you can see, the beads are in it. It also has the let in here for the recess at the bottom. I'm going to click on in place just so you can see how well it fits. Okay. Also remembering that you have this flange to spot weld to with your other components. As you can see, it fits down into the recess and follows the curve of the original panel. It has the beads in the same place. The bead which has the cleco in is halfway across the original bead where I deemed that it was a good panel, and as you can see it's sitting, it's slightly more than half. I just gave myself a bit of meat to play with, and there you can see the separation between the two beads following it all the way down. Panel does need to be just pulled back ever so slightly, but you can see that it's following the profile. It's not sitting perfectly back, but that's more to do with the fact that the old panel is sitting in its way. Once that old panel is trimmed away, so you can now see that we've remade the kicker plate, which is here. I'm going to show you how to remake this side. You've basically conquered the whole of the footwell. I will show you how to do the inner sill, which I've done the sills on this side, but I'll show you them on the other side. Well guys, that's the end of this episode. Can I please take this time again to urge you, please subscribe. It does help the channel grow. Use the comments, tell us what you think, tell us if there's something you specifically need to see done or help with. I'll do my best. And like the videos when and where you can. These are all the ways that YouTube decide where your channel sits, and this is, if we're going to do it, we may as well try and get there. So I can only do that with your help. Thanks very much, take care, and I'll see you on the next episode.